Hey everybody, and welcome back to the kitchen. I'm Jo Michaels, the baking author. I was going to say the trying to bake author, but we all know I'm pulling it off. So tonight we are going to make Mexican skirt steak and avocado salad. We're going to read the ingredients and the directions, then we will collect and go. It says this takes 30 minutes, okay? I got this recipe off Woman's Day, 30-minute meals. So here we go. Ingredients: a half a medium red onion, finely chopped, 6 tablespoons of fresh lime juice from about 4 limes, 1/4 cup of pepitas, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1½ pounds of skirt steak cut crosswise into 4-inch pieces, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, kosher salt and pepper, never heard of kosher pepper, but hey, 1 pound of plum tomatoes, about 4 cut into large chunks, 1 avocado diced, half a cup of fresh cilantro, roughly chopped, and 2 ounces of cojita cheese crumbled. Now, as you can see by the reaction on my face, I will be leaving out the cilantro because I actually want to be able to eat what I make. So I'm probably also going to make a little something else because my family will want more than just meat and avocado. So, directions: in a large bowl, toss the onion with the lime juice. Place the pepitas in a large cast iron skillet and cook on medium until golden brown, about 5 minutes, tossing occasionally, and transfer them to a bowl. Increase the heat to medium-high and add oil. Season steak with chili powder and 1/4 teaspoon each salt and pepper, and cook to desired doneness 2 to 3 minutes per side for medium rare. Transfer to a cutting board and let rest at least 5 minutes before slicing. Meanwhile, add tomatoes and 1/4 teaspoon of salt to the bowl with the onion. Toss it to combine. Fold in avocado, cilantro, and pepitas. Serve with steak and sprinkle with cheese. All right, so it looks like we're making a tomato avocado little salad thing and some steak and cheese. Let's get to collecting ingredients. I'm going to use my big ingredient bowl. We're going to pop over to the refrigerator and get what we need. My spice rack. It's really very cool. Each one of these little trays slides out and then comes down so you can get to all the jars, but they stack on top of each other. They just fit in my cabinet. I'll link you guys to it so you can check it out. Alright, got the chili powder. Oop. Salt, pepper. Now I have to go get my pepitas in the pantry. Be right back. Pepitas. Yes, I did have them on hand actually. Alright. Since I don't have plum tomatoes, I'm going to be using these little cherry tomatoes and 1 big tomato. We will make it work. Here's my bowl. Alright. I already have my cast iron skillet out too because I was using it earlier for something completely unrelated. Oh yeah, biscuits, that's what it was. I need my tablespoon measuring spoon and my teaspoon measuring spoon. So I'm going to grab those real quick. Good thing I know where all this stuff is off the top of my head. Remember, it's supposed to take half an hour. We started a couple minutes ago. I think it was about 5:23-ish. I'm being generous here because it's 5:27 right now. Okay. Onion. And I only need half of it. Onions are so gross on your cutting board. Look at that mess. Ugh. Ugh. Peeling it. And I'm going, ow. Yes, I just poked myself with my very sharp knife. Luckily, I don't think I broke the skin. I'll find out later if it stings. Yeah, I left the root end on so I have something to hold on to. I'm just going to slice down into my onion. Take that tip off. and proceed to finely dice this bad boy. My stepson will not eat this. He hates onions. So, he loves avocado. He hates onions. Strange, strange, strange child. But that's okay. I still love him. Because he also has a very good heart. He's a good human. Kind of like baby girl. She is a good human also. Alright. There's our onion. Nice and diced. I'm going to get my counter scraper from Pampered Chef. A little bit. And I drop stuff everywhere, so deal with it. If you don't like it, I don't care. Because I'm a mess. Don't judge me, I don't judge you. That's how we roll around here. If you have questions, feel free to pop them in the comments, and I will do my best to get to them and answer. If I can. Like if I know the answer, I will answer. So, huzzah. Alright. Toss the onion with the lime juice. I gotta get a juicer. I have this one. Now it says 6 tablespoons. This measures 8 tablespoons. Looks like there is a measure for 6. So, it says from about 4 limes. Jeez Louise. Rub them on the counter so the juice is all ready to come out. And you soften them really. It's a run-by fruiting. Now, I love Mrs. Doubtfire, don't you? It's like the best movie ever. Of course, I'm also putting citrus oil on my counter. Okay, let's see. Juice and limes. I do just throw everything in my sink and worry about it after I'm done. Sometimes I wash as I go. Oh, my arms are gonna get a rest from kneading today. Put this lime juice in. Whew, oh. That's quite a workout. Oh. I just bought this juicer on Amazon. It was like $3 or something, super cheap. But it's lasted me a while, and it works just fine. I've actually used it to juice morning brunch orange juice. So that was fun. I think it's only going to take 3 limes. Because, oh, that one's kind of hard. Because I'm already up to 4 tablespoons. So I guess it's 6 tablespoons of fresh lime juice from about 3 limes, not 4. Oh, that is a hard lime. Ooh. I don't think we'll have any problem getting another 2 tablespoons of juice out of these limes. Yeah. Now the citrus oil is all over my hands, and I'm having a hard time working the lime. Can you imagine if you accidentally used 6 whole limes? Or 4 whole limes? You would have like 8 tablespoons of juice or something. That was a stem. Alright. Scooch that around. And then we're going to pour 6 tablespoons of lime juice in with our onions. See how it separated the pulp from the lime juice? It's pretty nifty. Little measurements right there on the side. And then the cup, the top of it actually measures up to a cup. Pretty cool. It's got this little anti-slip grip thing on the bottom. Rinse my hands. Alright, what's next? What's next? Alright, pepitas. This is a 1/4 cup. Medium heat, turning my cooktop to about 4 or 5. Give those a nice toss around. I think they're supposed to be doing something. Where is my quarter cup measuring cup? Oh, there it is. It was hiding under my 1 cup measuring cup. Okay. All right, that's a 1/4 cup of pepitas going into a cast iron skillet. What else am I going to make with this? I don't even know. Racking my brain right now. My limes back together. Let me get my onion saver. Oh, red onion saver. Isn't this thing cool? Pop your onion in here, like so. You put the lid on it, like so, and it keeps your onion from going bad so fast. It's actually pretty nifty. So things I have used. Yes, I'm making a pile over there. Let me get my bowl. I'm going to go ahead and cut these tomatoes up. It said to cut the other tomatoes into big chunks, so I'm going to go with that. Just rinse these. Cool container, huh? Makes life so much easier when they make it easier on me. And then I'm going to grab this tomato, which is super duper ripe. My Walmart picker wasn't half bad this week. Sometimes, you know, hit or miss. So we shall see. Alright, it said cut into large chunks. We can do that. No problem. Just gonna slice it. I know it's better to cut a tomato with a serrated knife, but my knife is having no trouble. So don't come at me. Lots of water left in there. But man, wasn't that convenient. Trash. And I'm just gonna pop these in half. It says to give these a toss every now and then, but I don't feel any heat coming off that, so not messing with it just yet. Still trying to think of what else I can make to go with this. Wonder if they would like some rice. It generally takes more than a minute to cook really good rice. Those are popping. Yes, I did put that itty bitty one in there in whole. I didn't do that. I didn't do that either. Huh. It was just so tiny. Now I can't shake this on the stove because it will scratch the ever-loving hell out of my cooktop. And I can fix everything but scratches and breaks with polish. So I'm actually going to have to pick it up to shake it, which is going to require a pot holder, like so. Just give it a little toss around. Pull it back on heat. All right. More trash. And this just says transfer to a bowl. Great. Another bowl. Transfer to a bowl. Avocado, cheese and sprinkles. All right. Avocados are pretty easy to cut. I don't want to cut the meat on this board yet because then I won't be able to use it for anything else. Need a spoon. I think I'm going to be mixing the avocado with tomatoes. So think I'm just going to go ahead and throw it in there now. Yeah, I hear you guys. Quiet down. My pepitas are popping. See, I have this nifty handle cover. You can't even see it. I have this nifty handle cover over my cast iron skillet because I will burn the ever-loving crap out of myself. All right, these are brown. And I can smell the toastiness. So I'm going to go ahead and dump them out. And then it says add my tablespoon of olive oil to my pan, which is already pretty screaming hot. And it says to increase the heat to medium high. No. I'm not trying to burn the crap out of myself or smoke my oil. So, dicing my avocado really quickly. Gonna throw it in that bowl. You're really right. I am impressed. My Walmart person was good this week. Hitting the smoke point, turning it off, taking it off the heat for a minute. I am not ready for that. Okay, I have flank steak, not skirt steak, but it'll be fine. I have thrown avocado all over this kitchen. Okay then. How big am I supposed to be cutting this? Crosswise into 4-inch pieces. Okay. Oh, this is about as good as it gets. It's similar to skirt steak, it's just not as skinny and as long. So we are going to cut it down the middle first. Throw that back over there. And what they mean by crosswise is to cut it this way, because that's kind of against the grain of the meat. You can see the protein strands running like that. So we're going to cut against those. And it says approximately 4-inch pieces. There's 3. We're going to get more than 4. And there's 6. So approximately. Whew. Just rinse my hand. Season it with the chili powder, 1 teaspoon, and 1/4 teaspoon each of salt and pepper, and then cook to desired doneness. All right, I have a teaspoon right there. Let me get my little mixie cup. I have these. Perfect. So, teaspoon chili powder. Going in. I'm going to add a little extra salt and pepper because 1/4 teaspoon sounds very light, doesn't it? So we are just going to crack some fresh black pepper in here because yum. And then we're going to add some kosher salt. And I'm just sprinkling it in there, and it's going to be kind of liberal because a lot of people do not use enough salt on their food. I'm just mixing it up. Gonna spread these bad boys back out. Shooting for half on one side and half on the other. So here we go. It's going everywhere. Seriously. Ugh. Moving over here for a second. I do not want to be cleaning that off my stovetop. I don't want to be cleaning that at all, so. I know, I'm horrible. Trying to get a nice even sprinky dink of these seasonings on this meat. That just fell right out of my hand. And it's going everywhere. Of course it is. I am a fan of chili powder on meat. I like chili powder. I like coffee. Love me a coffee crusted steak. Holy crap. I was watching Bobby Flay the other day, Food Network, and he made this incredible looking coffee coated, like coffee crusted New York strip. I was like, holy mackerel, Batman. Alright. Time, Joe, time! 5:44, y'all. 5:44. Alright, I'm gonna put my pan, that side is hot, back on the heat. Turn the eye back on. Clean up some of that salt I spilled everywhere. And now I don't know if it means put all 6 of these in the pan. It seems like it's going to crowd them, but it says 2 to 3 minutes per side for medium rare. And then pop it back on the cutting board. Well, I'm going to have to wash that, so whatever. We're going to grab a plate. Throw said meat on plate. Let it all chill together for a minute. And wash my cutting board so I can actually put the steak back on it. Also going to wash my knife so I can actually use it to cut the steak and not have to worry about E. coli, because E. coli is what you get from steak, beef. Salmonella is what you get from chicken. Ugh. And there's something else that you can get from pork, but I can't think of what it is right now. Yeah. Gonna need that knife. Definitely gonna need this cutting board. I'm also gonna chuck this thing back on the counter. Don't care. Alright, I need some good tongs. Those tongs over there are amazing, but they don't really hold on to anything. So, let's see if this is hot enough. Well, it's smoking, so it should be. Like, not really like a lot of smoke, but it's kind of smoking, so let's see. And the audience cheers. Alright, there we go, meat's in pan. Set a timer for 3 minutes. And while that is cooking, I'm going to clean out my sink. The pizza on the counter. Ah. Okay, don't worry your food. Put your food in the pan and leave it the hell alone. Okay? You don't need to be moving it around every couple seconds or whatever. It'll cook. Just leave it alone. Now I gotta think what else I'm making with this, so let me brain fart for a minute. I'm going to the pantry. I'll be right back. Okay, I have decided on spinach and rice. A lot of people out there are like, you need to rinse your rice. I grew up in Louisiana. I ain't never heard of that. So guess what we ain't doing? That's right, we ain't rinsing no rice. Alright, let me make sure this is dry, because if you've ever seen a pan put down on a cooktop with water under it, that's no fun. I'm going to grab a pan from here for my spinach, and grab a pan from here for my rice. Alright, spinach is going in front, rice is going in back. I don't have to tend to that. Going to put in 1 and about a half cup of rice. I'm going to have an identical cup that I will measure chicken broth with. Right after, I flip over this steak. Ooh, that's pretty. Alright, got another 3 minutes. Turning my fan on because I don't like to set my smoke alarm off. My husband's always like, smoke alarm's going off, she's cooking again. Yeah, not fair. Alright, turn that on high. We are going to add 1 cup to match the cup of rice. About a half a cup to match the other half a cup of rice. And then I'm going to fill this last cup. I'm now out of chicken broth, so I'm going to fill it with water. To double it. About. Alright. Boom! I'll put the rice away. Gotta get my can opener, open my spinach. 5:51. Squeeze as much moisture out of that spinach as you can with the lid. Ugh. Yeah, it looks kind of gross sometimes, but that's okay. Put it in a pan. Turn it on medium. Sometimes after it's in the pan, you get a little liquid. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Down at the bottom. Just put your hand on the spinach before it gets hot. And squeeze it into the sink. Make sure there's no liquid left in the bottom of my pan. So that's going to get hot, and it should kind of dry it out as it cooks. I'm going to toss an egg in there too. Yum! And some salt and pepper. And that's really all spinach needs. Rinse that off my hand. That thick piece is going to take just a minute longer, I think. It did say 2 to 3 minutes on each side for medium. I'm worrying my food. Stop it. Woo! Okay, I have grease everywhere. Now I need another 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We're going to guesstimate. It's just going on those tomatoes right there. Yum. I think I'm supposed to put the cilantro in there too. Yay. Alright, that's 3 minutes on each side. It should rest out on this cutting board. It still feels really rare. I'm just going to flip those 2 over. I'm going to cook for just another minute. That one is definitely medium rare. But if you can see these, I will show you. The edges are still really pink. Until I sear them off like this. And they are super duper soft in the middle. So I'm just going to give them just another minute. It won't take long. Alright, so we are going to add salt to our spinach here so it will draw out some of that moisture. That's why you don't salt slugs, because it draws out the moisture in the slug. Crank that heat up just a smidge. They will actually take a lot of pepper. That doesn't take very long to cook at all. Did I throw some salt in my rice? I don't think I did. There we go. salt in the rice. Looks like it's about to come to a boil. I think I just tossed some spinach in there off my hand. That's okay. They'll eat it. Alright, this one is definitely done. That one will probably rest to temp. So we're going to put these last 3 in here. Alright, 3 minutes. I think I'm going to actually go for 4 because it's a little bit thicker than skirt steak would be. Skirt steak's pretty thin. So, it's all good. Alright. Let me grab my tongs and mix my spinach around a bit. It's just drying out right now. Like, that's literally all it's doing. I'm going to add an egg to it here in a minute, which I need to get out of the refrigerator. Be alright. Lost my egg. I would usually do fresh spinach, but short notice, so there you have it. Let's see, I just saw some, oh yeah. This needs to go in the sink. This needs to go in the trash. This needs to go in the trash. I'll be right back. I'm back. Cheese. Cheese. So I'm turning my rice down because it's boiling. I'm going to pop a lid on it. Need 2 ounces of cojita cheese. Forgot about that. Now the recipe does say crumbled, but mine already is crumbled, so alright, all this goes together. Together. These little pepitas go in there. Those are yummy. And it says about half a cup of this, so. I think. Yeah, about a half cup. So that's about a half cup. We are not trying to get all perfect. My spinach is mostly dry now. And my steak has 1 more minute on this side. Turn that heat down just a smidge. It's pretty hot. Take my egg. Crack it into my pan. Just give it a scramble really quickly. And then mix it all in with your spinach. So just like that. This actually looks really good. I'm going to hold a spoonful up for you to see here in a second. Right after I flip my steak over. Doing it again. Time is 6 o'clock. I think we might just make it with this one. Who knew? Make sure this doesn't need any more salt. No. It's really good. I usually have to add more. Whoop, do not boil over rice. Okay, spinach is done. I promise to show you this. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? We're going to see what it tastes like and add some more salt if we need to. Could probably do with another avocado, but I really like avocado, so that's just me. And I can actually start slicing the steak. It's like, yum. Yeah. Isn't that pretty? And yes, those thicker pieces are going to be a little more well done than the thinner ones. So now I have to move that over there and get this off that hot stove eye. So it'll quit smoking. And I put it right in front of the camera, didn't I? It's okay, it'll stop in a minute. Okay, y'all. I'm cheating a little bit. I'm eating some of the spinach before everybody else gets any, because I do love it so much. Salt's perfect, it's still nice and juicy. Those eggs kind of help to dry it out. Just a smidge. Now I'm going to take a picture of this. Okay, let's give this a taste. I did not taste the steak, so I'm just kind of going to get a bite of all of it kind of together. That is really good. So from start to plate, it is now 6:06. Well, I think I made my plate around 6:04. So, I could eat this every day. This is delicious. Of course, how can you go wrong with steak, right? You have the brightness of the tomatoes, that twang from the lime, that Mexican Parmesan that's kind of hitting you with this undertone of gooiness, and then that avocado. So creamy. And the hard char, and the chili pepper on the steak. And every now and then, a pepito. This is hella good. Alright, not going to sit here and eat in front of you anymore. Make your own. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, do so. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And I will see you next week. Bye.